It's my great honor, maybe one of the biggest honors of my lifetime, to stand here on the floor and do something that's 59 years overdue.
Why is a US Congressman calling for an investigation into an Israeli attack on a US ship that happened almost 60 years ago? Well, because according to survivors, the attack represents one of the biggest cover-ups in US history.
They set us up to be slaughtered.
And the failure to thoroughly investigate the incident reveals the extent to which successive US administrations may have protected their closest ally, Israel. The USS Liberty was an American spy ship positioned off the coast of Egypt during the 1967 Six-Day War. It was a war in which Israel captured and occupied the West Bank, the Gaza Strip, the Sinai Peninsula, and the Golan Heights, expanding their land control threefold. The USS Liberty was deployed to gain intelligence on a conflict that would ultimately go on to reshape the Middle East. But on June 8, 1967, the USS Liberty, an unarmed intelligence ship, came under attack, and its attacker, Israel.
Now, I'll remind you, we had Stars of David all inside that ship because we wanted the Israelis to win. I mean, they're our allies.
The attack killed at least 34 US sailors and wounded over 170. Israeli fighter jets launched rockets, they deployed torpedoes, even napalm, and reportedly fired bullets at lifeboats. Israel has consistently claimed that this was a case of mistaken identity, that in the fog of war, they mistook the American vessel as Egyptian. But according to survivors, this wasn't the case.
It was not a mistake, and they wanted to sink us, and what does that mean to this country?
Well, there's no question. It was a big cover-up.
The crew had been flying the US flag and had reportedly exchanged waves with low-flying Israeli aircraft earlier that morning. And despite immediate SOS messages, nearby US aircraft who were poised to intervene were recalled.
This has never happened before, and they sat there for 17 hours, 34 dead, 174 wounded.
Following the attack, survivors were reportedly ordered not to discuss the incident publicly, under threat of disciplinary action. Analysts contend that President Lyndon B. Johnson wanted to avoid publicizing the incident to prevent harm to relations with their ally, Israel. And the official line from both the US and Israel is that that fateful day can be put down to nothing more than a wartime mistake. Despite decades of campaigning by survivors for a full inquiry, the exact reasons behind the attack and the subsequent handling of the incident remain largely unexplained.
None of these distinguished men think this was an accident. They think it was intentional murder by the country of Israel.
Successive US Congresses have never formally questioned the attack or formed a committee to investigate the tragedy. But Representative Thomas Massie's comments in Congress might mark a new chapter in the forgotten history of the USS Liberty.